Hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me, if you can hear me, if everything is good, please do let me know in the chat, and we'll be going live. We are actually live and we'll be having some questions today. Please go to cracku.in/live and all the questions will be loaded there. Yeah. Everybody is saying everything is good. Prashant is also saying good afternoon, sir. Jewelry by Russ is saying yes, sir. I can hear you. All good. Okay, cool. Akash Yadav is saying hi, sir. Scoring 55 plus. How much would be needed for 99? I think 99 percentile would be approximately say 75 marks. So if you're scoring 55, you have around 1.5 month. You have to increase your score by around 15 marks or so. I think you would be on the verge of 99, which I think is definitely possible. Just continue to solve as many questions as you can. So please go to cracku.in/live. Today we'll be having 18 questions. Anybody who gets all the 18 on 18 correct will get a free Cracku t-shirt. We do this every week. So if you want a free Cracku t-shirt in the live session, try to get all the 18 questions correct. And then we will get in touch with you and we will mail you the Cracku t-shirt. Vaibhav Tripathi is saying, let's have a great afternoon. Yes, with good attitude, I like it. Let us definitely try to do that. Syed Ghosi is saying, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Syed. Karthik is saying, sir, how to increase speed for quant? I think this is a question that many people ask me. I think the only real way in which you can improve your speed in quant is by solving as many questions as you can. So the more questions that you actually answer between mocks, the number of questions you attempt in the mock will increase. So for example, if you're taking a mock and on an average in quant section, suppose you're getting around 7 questions correct out of 22. To take it from 7 to 8, I would tell you to solve around 100 questions between the two mocks. Once you solve 100 questions and then you attempt another mock, I would expect you to increase your number of questions which are correct from 7 to 8. So the only way in which you can increase your speed is by solving as many questions as you can. So let's go guys, we'll be starting the session very soon. So please go to cracku.in/live and we'll be having 18 questions today. AKP is asking, how important is geometry for ZAT? I think geometry is a very important topic, not just for CAT. It is also very important for ZAT and for all the important MBA exams. Whatever is important for CAT, I think is also extremely important for ZAT. The three important topics in CAT are arithmetic, algebra and geometry, which will be the same even in ZAT. So please go to cracku.in/live guys and we'll be starting today's session. The first question will be on your screen now. Hi sir, any surprise can we expect in this year's CAT? Could it be possible? I think surprises can be expected. I don't think there is any reason as to why there won't be any surprises. But I won't expect a major surprise. By major surprise, I don't expect the number of questions to change. The difficulty of different sections might change. Those kind of things might happen. But otherwise, I don't think a lot of things will change. Syed Ghosh is saying, hi sir, I'm unable to solve hard questions in time and work, like topics in circular tracks and escalators, how to handle this? I think, see, in quant, I would tell you that if you're not able to solve difficult questions, I think that is fine. If you're able to solve the easy and the medium questions, I think for most of the cases, that should suffice in getting a very high percentile in quant. So many students have this like fear of certain topics and they don't attempt easy questions from that topic. That I think is the much bigger issue that you'll have to face. If there are any difficult questions from any topic and you're not able to do well, I don't think right now is the time for you to focus on doing that. On the other hand, I would tell you to cover the entire syllabus in such a way that if an easy question comes from any topic, you should be able to answer it. Aditi is saying, feeling very stuck in quant, sir. How to increase the number of attempts? Like I mentioned earlier, there are two things I would want you to do. First, I want you to solve as many questions as you can in your free time. The second thing is I want you to know the basics of all the topics. For example, if the topics that you are comfortable with are only say arithmetic and algebra, or say arithmetic and logarithms or something like that, I would tell you to at least cover the basics of all the topics, so that if a simple question comes from any topic, you should be able to answer it. Please do like this stream, guys. We have close to 90 people who are watching this stream live. So I want all of you to actually like this stream. Let us answer this question. I think 12 people got it correct and 16 people got it wrong. In this question, we are told that there is a triangle ABC, which is as shown in the following figure, and BC is equal to 12, this is BC, DB is equal to 9, this is DB, and CD is equal to 6, this is CD. Angle BCD, this angle, let us assume that this angle is equal to say X, is equal to angle BAC, this also is equal to X. What is the ratio of the perimeter of triangle ADC to that of triangle BDC? So we are required to calculate the sides of ADC, and we are required to calculate the sides of BDC, and then we can calculate the required ratio. To do that, in any question in geometry, if you are told that two angles are the same, try to use the concept of similar triangles. That is, try to find two triangles where all the angles are the same. So now if you are looking at the triangle say ABC and the triangle BDC. In triangle ABC, one of the angles is this angle ABC, which is, let us assume this is Y. So the angles of triangle ABC are, one of them is Y, one of them is angle BAC, which we assumed is equal to X, and therefore the third angle will be 180 minus X minus Y. Now if you are looking at triangle BDC, in BDC one of the angles is again Y, one of the angles is angle BCD, which we are told is equal to X, and the third angle will be 180 minus X minus Y. So now you will see that both of these triangles, all the three angles are the same, and if you have two sets of triangles where all the three angles are the same, they are similar triangles, and the ratio of their sides will be exactly the same. What that means is the sides which are opposite angle Y in both the triangles will be, say, this is in angle BDC it is CD, in angle ABC it is AC. So CD divided by AC is equal to the side which is opposite angle X in both the triangles. In BDC it is BD, which is equal to 9 divided by, in triangle ABC it is BC, which is equal to 12. This is equal to the side which is opposite the third angle, which is 180 minus X minus Y. In angle BDC, in triangle BDC, it will be BC, which is equal to 12, divided by, in triangle ABC, it will be AB. All the three ratios have to be the same. This ratio is known to us, BD by BC, it is 9 by 12, which is equal to 3 by 4. Using this, we can calculate that AB will be equal to 12 into 4 by 3, which is 16. And CD we don't know, AC we don't know. But now we can calculate, because AB is equal to 16, AD will be equal to 7, because ABC is supposed to be 16. Now CD divided by, CD is 6, which is known to us. CD is given, this is 6. This would imply that AC will be equal to 6 into 4 by 3, which is equal to 8. So this is 8. Therefore, the perimeter of triangle ADC is equal to 8 plus 7 plus 6, which is equal to 21. And perimeter of triangle BDC is equal to 9 plus 6 plus 12, which is 27. So the required ratio is 21 divided by 27, which is equal to 7 divided by 9. So the correct answer is option A. Let us look at the next question. Guys, more than 100 people are watching this stream live. Let us like the stream and let us get the number of likes to cross 200 before the stream ends. Rupari Jain is saying this is live from 2 to 4. This will be approximately 2-hour live stream. So this is from 2 to 4. Isha is asking how many questions can we expect from geometry this year? I think the number of questions we can expect from geometry this year would be, I don't say 3 questions out of 92, 3 or 4. Love you, Marti sir. Loser OP. One thing I would tell you is don't call yourself that. In general, even though you might feel that, okay, I'm trying to be like funny or I'm trying to like appear relaxed. In general, I would recommend you pretty strongly to not call yourself a loser because that is one of your, that is basically your username and I don't know who you are. But I would tell you that keep telling yourself that you are going to do well. Keep positively motivating yourself because I feel that that will actually have an impact on how you actually face life. So if you keep telling yourself or if you keep looking at it that you are not going to do well or that you are a loser or something like that, I think it will only be a negative cycle where you are not going to probably have the confidence to do better than what you can. So always try to motivate yourself because you are your biggest motivator. So don't try to like call yourself a loser. By industry trend, can we expect algebra because AI data science? I don't know. I didn't understand what this question is. By industry trend, we can expect algebra, more algebra than geometry because AI data science field, lot skill gap, but they're right. I'm not so sure, man. In general, also, what I would tell you is there is a lot of hype about AI and data science right now. Both of them are actually new fields, especially AI. Many people say that it is going to take over the world, that it will be like a very big thing. But I would tell you to not take any big decision based on whatever you're seeing in the last 6 months or 1 year. So let us wait and see. I don't want to like specify that a lot of things are going to change, all of these things, because many times these things are also very hyped up. Aditi is saying, I get panic when I reach the quant section and I'm not able to solve doable questions. How to maintain my calm? I made a video on how to decrease your anxiety in the last 30 days to CAT. We just uploaded it yesterday. Please do look at it. In that, I gave 5 tips, which I think will help people maintain their calm and their anxiety levels lesser. Okay, 23 people got this correct, which is good. Let us try to solve this question. In this question, we are told that there is a triangle ABC. AB is 6, BC is 8 and AC is 10. So whenever you see 3 sides of a triangle which are 6, 8 and 10, we know that 6 square plus 8 square is 10 square. So this is going to be a right angle triangle. It will look something like this. Let us assume that this is how the triangle actually looks. This is B, this is A, and this is C. AB is 6 centimeters, BC is 8 centimeters, and AC is 10 centimeters. This is a right angle triangle. Now, a perpendicular is drawn from B, which meets side AC at D. So, you draw a perpendicular, it will be something like this. This is D. So, what is the length of BD? If you are able to calculate it, the question becomes very easy. So, let us assume that this angle over here is say X. So if you're looking at triangle ABC, which is a right angle triangle, what is the value of sine X? Sine X is the opposite side, which is 6, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 10, which is equal to 0.6. Similarly, what is the value of cos x? Cos x is the adjacent side, which is 8, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 10. So this is equal to 0.8. Now, if you're looking at the smaller triangle, if you're looking at the triangle BDC, what is the value of BD divided by the hypotenuse BC? This is equal to sin x, because this is opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. But sin x is 0.6. So the value of BD is equal to 0.6 into 8, which is equal to 4.8. So this will be 4.8. Now if you're drawing a circle with radius as BD and the center as B, it will be something like this. And it will come down like this. It will be something like this. Now the circle cuts AB at P, so this is P, and BC at Q, this is Q. Because the radius is the same, this length BP will be equal to 4.8. Similarly, this length BQ will also be equal to the radius, which is 4.8, which is BD. This would imply that QC will be the difference between 8 and 4.8, which is 3.2. And AP will be the difference between 6 and 4.8, which is 1.2. So the required ratio of AP is to QC is 1.2 divided by 3.2, which is equal to 12 divided by 32, which is equal to 3 by 8. So the answer for this question is option D. Let us now look at the next question. Aman Singh is saying, sir, my syllabus is incomplete. How should I manage the syllabus and mocks? Because I have not given mocks yet. Thought that I'll start after completing syllabus, but it did seem right. See, I told this to many people. This is a very common mistake, and it is actually a very terrible mistake. You should start taking mocks sometime in June, July. Right now, it is already very late if you're taking mocks now, because the whole point of taking mocks is to ensure that you have a path with respect to your preparation. You know what you're doing right, you know what you're doing wrong. You should know what are your areas of strength, what are your areas of weakness, where you should work on, so that your preparation becomes more efficient. That is why you should take mocks. If you have not taken mocks, it would just mean that you are preparing in the dark. You just feel I don't think you have a very good sense of what are the important topics, what are not the important topics, where you're doing well, where you're not doing well. You won't get a very clear idea about them. That is the primary reason for taking mocks. Now, having said that, you still have around 30 days. So all is not lost. Try to ensure that you at least take mocks now. Don't wait for the syllabus to get over. All of that I just think is a very bad idea. Just start taking mocks now. It is okay. Even if your mock scores for the next, for the first 2-3 mocks are bad, also it is fine. But take mocks. At least from now till the examination, take one mock every weekend. That I think is the bare minimum number of mocks I want you to take. Prashant Kumar is saying, sir, there is one shortcut which is option that 6 is smaller than 8, so radius will be equal to numerator will be equal, so numerator will be greater than denominator, so option D is correct. I think that is fine. I think that is, yeah, maybe you can say that if the options, if all of them are greater than 3 by 4, maybe what you said makes sense. But in general, I would say that for many questions, I would say don't go with shortcuts and all, because you might make mistakes. Your accuracy might suffer. But some shortcuts will work. What you are saying, I think, makes sense. I didn't look at the options. Let me look at the options for that question. Yeah, you're right, man. I think 3 by 8. I think that's a very simple option. Yeah, because for everything else, it is actually greater than 1. So this is the only one which is less than 1. So you said what you said is absolutely true. Which many times people miss out on. After this question is done, I'll actually go back and I'll discuss what Prashant Kumar has said, because his suggestion is actually a pretty smart suggestion, which I want to explain. Okay, this suggestion is done. Let me first look at the earlier question once, because Prashant Kumar gave a good shortcut for it. So in this question, once you draw AB and BC, you know that this is AB and this is BC. You don't know the length of BD. but based on the options, you don't need to calculate the length of BD. You have A, B, C, and you have D over here. This is D. Now AB is 6, BC is 8. If you assume that the length of AD is say X, and you're drawing a circle like this, and you're drawing a circle like this, you haven't calculated the length of this X, but basically this is P and this is Q. This is equal to X, this is equal to X. So the length of AP is 6 minus 6, and the length of CQ is 8 minus 6. What we are essentially required to calculate is the ratio of 6 minus 6 to 8 minus 6. What Prashant has said, which is very smart, is that 6 minus 6 is always less than 8 minus 6. So if you're looking at the options, we have to look for one option which is definitely less than 1. That is the first thing. So it is not equal to 1. 6 minus 6 will not be equal to 8 minus 6. It is not 4:1 because 6 minus 6 is not going to be 4 times 8 minus 6. It won't be 3/2 because again 6 minus 6 divided by 8 minus 6 will not be greater than 1. The only option which is less than 1 is option D. So that will be the correct answer. If you are given options like this, you can definitely use that method to solve it quickly. Let us look at the next question over here. Yeah. In this question, we are told that AB is to CD is 3:1. AB is 3 and CD is 1. Now, we are required to calculate the ratio of CD is to PQ. So, essentially what we are required to calculate is the length of PQ. To do that, we look at the concept of similar triangles twice. Now, you will realize that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQD, because both of them are right angle triangles and the angle A is common to both of them. Similarly, we have triangle CBD is similar to triangle PQD, because again both of them are right angle triangles and angle B is common to both of them. So basically all the three angles are the same. Once you look at it, whenever two triangles are similar, the ratio of the sides, the respective sides will be the same. So if you're looking at this commonality, triangle ABC and triangle PQD, the sides which are opposite angle A, that is this angle and this angle, will be the same. Will be BD divided by QD is equal to PQ. If you assume that this is 3A and this is equal to A, PQ divided by AB, which would imply that this is PQ divided by 3A. Similarly, in the second one over here, triangle CBD and triangle PQD are similar. So again, if you are looking at the angles or the sides which are opposite, this angle C over here and this angle, we are going to get BD divided by BQ is equal to PQ divided by CD, which is equal to PQ divided by A. Now this one and this one are very interesting, because if you take the reciprocals of this, we are going to get QD divided by BD is equal to 3A divided by PQ. And over here, if you are taking the reciprocal, we are going to get BQ divided by BD is equal to A divided by PQ. Why is this interesting? Because if you add both of them, this is QD and this is BQ. If you add both of them, QD plus BQ is basically equal to BD. So if you add both of them, the left hand side will become equal to 1, because it will be BQ, which is this one, plus QD, which is this one, divided by BD, which is this entire one. So this is equal to 3A by PQ plus A by PQ. I think here I made a mistake. I'll correct it, because this is BD divided by QD is equal to 3A by PQ. Similarly, BD divided by BQ has to be equal to CD divided by PQ. Just for the sake of removing the confusion, let me explain this again. If you assume that this is 3a and this is a, this is given to us. The ratio of AB is to CD is 3:1. So if you assume that this is 3a and a, and you look at two sets of triangles. One set of triangle is ABD, which is similar to triangle PQD. All the three angles will be the same. This angle, if you assume, is x. This angle will be x. You have 190 degrees, and angle D over here, that is angle ADB, is common. So now all the three sides will be in exactly same proportion. So BD divided by BD is the one which is opposite angle x. QD, which is also opposite angle x, is equal to AB divided by PQ. So if you take the reciprocal of it, you are going to get QD divided by BD is equal to PQ divided by 3A. Similarly, the another set of similar triangles are triangle BPQ, which is similar to triangle BCD. Again, you have this angle, if you assume that this is y, and this angle which is y. You have two angles which are y, you have 90 degrees, and one angle which is BPQ, which is the same. So these two triangles are also similar. So again, all the three sides will be in the exact same proportion. So now if you look at it, you are going to get BD divided by BQ is equal to CD divided by PQ. Again, you take the reciprocal of both of them, you are going to get BQ divided by BD is equal to PQ divided by A. The reason this is important is because this one plus this one will be equal to 1. Why is that equal to 1? Because QD is this part plus BQ, which is this part, is actually equal to BD. BQ plus QD is equal to BD. So if you add both of this equation, you are going to get that 1 is equal to PQ by 3A plus PQ by A. This is equal to 4PQ by 3A, or the value of PQ is equal to 3 by 4A. What we are required to calculate is the ratio of CD, which is equal to A, is to PQ, which is 3 by 4A, which will be 1 is to 3 by 4, which is option B. Let us look at the next question. Okay. 16 people got this correct and 17 people got it correct. Let us try to answer it. In this question, we are told that there is an equilateral triangle DOC which is drawn inside a square ABCD. We are required to calculate the value of AOB in degrees. So let us assume that this is the square ABCD. This is A, B, C and D. There is an equilateral triangle DOC. So it will, DC is common to the equilateral triangle and the square. So it will be something like this. Now all the three sides of the equilateral triangle will be the same. So if you assume that the side of a square is say equal to A, this is A, this is A, this is A and this is A. Because DC is common to the square as well as the equilateral triangle, this also will be A and this also will be A. Now what are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate the value of angle AOB. So let us join A and this, and let us also join this and this. Now this is 60 degrees because this is one side, one angle of an equilateral triangle. This also is 60 degrees. This would imply that this has to be 30 degrees because we know that the angle of a square is 90 degrees. Now if you're looking at triangle AOD, it is an isosceles triangle because this side and this side are the same. If both of those sides are the same, this angle and this angle will be the same. And what is the value of that angle? That angle will be 180 degrees minus 30 degrees, which is angle ADO, this angle, divided by 2, which is equal to 75 degrees. So this will be 75 degrees. For the same exact reason, this also will be 75 degrees. Why is that the case? Because this is 60 degrees, this is 30 degrees. This is an isosceles triangle BOC. The vertex angle over here is 30 degrees. So the remaining two angles have to be 75 degrees. This is 75 degrees, this is 75 degrees. And we know that angle DOC, this is part of the equilateral triangle, so this is 60 degrees. So if you are looking to calculate the value of angle AOB, the angle around a point is 360 degrees. So to calculate angle AOB, we have to just subtract from 360 degrees, 75 degrees, 75 degrees and 60 degrees. This will be equal to 150 degrees. So this will be 150 degrees. So that this entire angle is 360 degrees. So the answer for this question is option E. Let us look at the next question. Harsh Jindal is saying, sir, I am able to get around 30 marks in Quant sectional test, but my accuracy is less than 75%. What to do to improve accuracy? I think one of the things that you have to focus on is ensuring that at least in certain topics your accuracy is very close to 100. You should have your areas of strength where your accuracy should be very high. Normally I would say that your accuracy in arithmetic should be pretty good. So focus on those areas where your accuracy can be very high and then try to just solve more and more questions. 28 people got it correct. Till now, I think 4 people got all the 5 questions correct. In this figure, we are told that EADF is a rectangle. So if EADF is a rectangle, the opposite sides, the length will be the same. If AE is 22, the length of FD will be 22, out of which FC is 16. So this would imply that CD is 6. Similarly, the length of AF is 6 plus 2, which is 8. So this is equal to 8. So now if you are looking at triangle ADC, it is a right angle triangle. The non-hypotenuse sides are 6 and 8. So the length of the hypotenuse will be 6 square plus 8 square, which is equal to 10 square. So the length of the hypotenuse will be 10. What are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate the length of the line which is joining the midpoints of AB. Let us assume that it is this one, and the midpoint of the line BC, which is this one. What can we say about this line? It is joining the midpoints. It might look like a very complex question. But the interesting thing about triangles is, if you are given a triangle which is like this, it is any triangle, it can be a random triangle. If you are joining the midpoints of two sides, this line will be parallel to the third side. If this is the midpoint of these two sides, the line joining the midpoints will be parallel to the third side, and it will be exactly half the third side. So if the length of the third side is x, this line will be x by 2. This is true for all triangles. This would imply that the length of this line over here will be just half of AC, which will be equal to 10 by 2, which is 5 centimeters. So the correct answer is option B. To solve this question, the only theorem you need to really know is, if you have a triangle, any triangle, I'm just reiterating what I've already said. If you have any triangle, if you have the lengths of the three sides are say A, B and C, and you're taking two sides, it can be any two sides. For example, over here, if you're taking this side, and you're taking the midpoints of these two sides and joining them, the length of the line which is joining the midpoints of two sides will be equal to half the third side, and this line will be parallel to the third side. So anyway, the answer for this question is 5 centimeters. Let us look at the next question. Somebody is asking how to attempt quant. Should I mark the questions first by scanning or just solve from the first minutes? In quant, normally what I do is I start solving from the first. If I find that there's a question which is difficult, I ignore it and go to the next one. I don't scan first because I think that is a waste of time. I scan first for LRDI and RC because the number of LRDI sets is just 4. So you can easily scan all the 4 sets. Even for RC, there are only 4 RCs. So it is easy to scan them because you are also investing a lot of time. To solve an LRDI set, it is going to take you at least 15 minutes. So it's a lot of time. But in quant, that is not the case. I don't want to waste a lot of time just scanning those 22 questions because scanning 22 questions takes a lot of time. Secondly, I just feel even if I scan these 22 questions, I don't know whether I'll be able to pick the easy ones or not. So it is much better for me to actually try to solve the first question. If I find it difficult, go to the next one and so on. Yes, Salil, you need to get all the questions correct to get the t-shirt. Parth is saying, when are the 100 most important quant questions coming? That video will be launched in the first week of November, maybe in a couple of weeks. Ten points are marked on a straight line and 11 points are marked on another straight line. So we have 10 points over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 11 points are marked on another straight line. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. How many triangles can be constructed with the vertices from among the above points? So we have 10 points over here, we have 11 points over here. We are looking for a triangle. There are two cases possible. The first case is that we have 2 points from the first set and 1 point from the second set, or we have 2 points from the second set and 1 point from the first set. For this case to happen, we need to select 2 points from these 10 points. That can be done in 10C 2 ways, and we have to select 1 point from these 11 points. That can be done in 11 ways. And in the second case, we have to select 1 point from these 10 points. That can be done in 10 ways, and we need to select 2 points from 11 points. That can be done in 11C 2 ways. So the total number is 10C2, which will be equal to 10 into 9 divided by 2, which is 45, which is 45 into 11 plus 10 into 11C2. What is 11C2? It is 11 into 10 divided by 2, which is 55, plus 10 into 55. This is equal to 495 plus 550, which is equal to 1045. So the answer for this question is option C. Let us look at the next question. GSR Vile is saying, how about 25 LRDS sets, sir? We also, every year we make these videos of 100 most important quant questions and 25 LRDS set questions. We will be launching both of them in the first week of November. I think the planned date is 3rd of November and 5th of November, if I'm not wrong. Yuvraj Mehra is saying, sir, what is the difficulty level of dash cat as compared to actual cat? I think it is very similar to the actual cat. One thing that people should notice is that the cat paper is getting more and more difficult year on year. It is not something that I like, but it is a fact that we have to accept. Every year, if you look at the 99 percentile score, the score required for 99 percentile in CAT 2022 was around 100. That is, if you are getting 100 marks out of, I think, 198, you are going to get 99 percentile in CAT 2021, sorry, not CAT 2022. In CAT 2021, I think 100 marks out of 198 is 99 percentile. In CAT 2022, the 99 percentile mark dropped to 86. That is, if you score just 86 marks, there was a drop of 14 marks. If you are scoring 86 marks, you are getting 99 percentile. Last year, it dropped even further. I think it is now 76 last year. So at 76 marks, you are getting 99 percentile according to last year's paper. Why exactly do you think this is happening? This is happening, in my opinion, because the paper is getting more and more difficult. So it is easy to complain that, okay, this paper is difficult or that paper is difficult, but you have to be prepared for a tougher examination. That I think is a lot more important. Sir, can your team please share the link for the daily reading articles? Sure, analyst, we'll share the link for the daily reading articles. So every day we share important articles that we want students to read. We have a page dedicated to it. I would recommend you to bookmark that page and keep going to that page every day. Every day, over the weekdays especially, we upload interesting articles and we want you to read it. I think that will be very, very beneficial for you for your CAT preparation, especially in the VRC section. Guys, please do like the stream. We have more than 100 people who are watching the stream live and we have less than 100 likes. So please do like the stream. I want to get to at least 200 likes before the stream ends. So please do like it and let us reach 200 likes before the stream ends. In this question, we are basically given one big semicircle, and inside the semicircle, we are given two smaller semicircles, and we are given one circle which is touching all three semicircles. Let us assume that the radius of the bigger semicircle is r. This would imply that OA is equal to OB is equal to r. As the smaller semicircles are equal in size, this would imply that the OA is the diameter of the smaller circle, OB is also the diameter of the smaller circle. So the radius of the smaller semicircles, which is equal to PA, is equal to PO, is equal to RO, is equal to RB, is equal to R by 2. So essentially we are saying this is R by 2, this is R by 2, this is R by 2, and this is R by 2. We don't know the radius of the circle. Let us assume that the radius of the circle is x. So now if you are joining the midpoint of one semicircle to the proper circle and the midpoint of the circle to the other semicircle, the length of SP will be equal to R by 2 plus x. This is R by 2 and this is x. Similarly, the length of SR is equal to R by 2 plus x. This is R by 2, this is x. So far so good. But one thing which is important is if you extend O and S like this, if it touches the outermost semicircle at a point say T, the value of OT is the radius of the bigger semicircle, which will be equal to R. But the length of ST is equal to x. This is equal to x. This would imply that this length, which is the length of OS, is equal to R minus x. Why are we discussing this? Because if you remove the clutter and if you just focus on the triangle OSP, this is O, this is 90 degrees, this is S, and this is P. What is the length of SP? We discussed this. This is R by 2 plus x. What is the length of SO? This is R minus x. What is the length of OP? This is R by 2. And this is a right angle triangle. So the sum of the squares of the non-hypotenuse side will be equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So R minus x whole square plus R by 2 whole square is equal to R by 2 plus x whole square. Or R square minus 2xr plus x square plus R square by 4 is equal to R square by 4 plus xr plus x square. We can cancel x square, we can cancel R square by 4, we can cancel R square by 4. So essentially the value of R is equal to 3x. The value of R is equal to 3s, the value of x is equal to R by 3. Why is this important? Now we can actually calculate the total area of the two semicircles and the area of the circle. What is the area of the bigger semicircle? The total area that can be grazed. The area of the bigger semicircle is pi r square divided by 2. What is the area of the smaller semicircles? That is pi into r by 2 whole square divided by 2. And there are two such smaller semicircles. So you add another pi into r by 2 whole square divided by 2. What is the area of the full circle? We realize that the value of x, which is the radius of the circle, is r by 3. So this is pi r square divided by 9. So the total area that can be grazed basically is this, which will be pi r square by 4 by 8, this is by 4, plus pi r square by 9, which is equal to by 36, 13 pi r square. So what is the area that cannot be grazed, which is what we are looking for? The area that cannot be grazed is the difference between this and this, which will be 5 pi r square divided by 36. So as a percentage, it is 5 pi r squared by 36 divided by pi r square by 2 into 100. This, if you simplify, is just equal to 500 divided by 18 which is equal to 250 by 9, which will be approximately 27.77%. So the correct answer is 28%, which is the closest integer. Let us look at the next question. In this question, we are told that there are two concentric circles such that the area of the outer circle is 4 times the area of the inner circle. So let us assume that this is one circle and this is another circle. Let ABC be distinct points on the perimeter of the outer circle such that AB and AC are tangents to the inner circle. So let us assume that this is one tangent and this is another tangent. We have A, B and C. If the area of the outer circle is 12 square centimeters, then the area of the triangle ABC would be. So if you are looking to calculate the area of triangle ABC, one thing you will notice is that if this is the center of the circle of both the circles, this is 90 degrees and this, if you are joining, what is the ratio of the radius of the outer circle to the inner circle? We are told that the area of the outer circle is 4 times the area of the inner circle. So if you assume that the radius of outer circle is 2r, the radius of the inner circle is equal to r, because we want the ratio of the areas to be 1:4. This would imply that this is r and this is 2r and this is 90 degrees. This would imply that this has to be 30 degrees, because sine of this angle is 1/2, which is r divided by 2r. So that is 30 degrees. So this also is 30 degrees. This would essentially imply that AB and AC, the length will be the same by symmetry, and the vertex angle is 60 degrees. So if you know that AB is equal to AC and the vertex angle is 60 degrees, ABC has to be an equilateral triangle. If you join ABC, I don't think I drew it correctly. If I'm not wrong, the third side also should be a tangent. But if you're looking only at ABC, this is the triangle ABC. We have A here, we have B here, we have C here. This angle is 30 degrees, this angle is 60 degrees, which is this 30 plus 30, and these two are the same. So these two angles have to be equal, and they should equal 180 minus 60 divided by 2, which will actually come to 60 degrees. So this is 60 and this is 60. So this is an equilateral triangle. What is the length of AB? Over here this is 2R and this is R. So if this is say D, AD will be equal to R root 3, which is basically the side of a right angle triangle. Similarly, BD will be equal to R root 3. This would imply that AB is 2R root 3. What do we know? We know that the area of the outer circle is 12 square centimeters. That is pi into 4R square is equal to 12, or the value of R square is 3 by pi. What is the area of this equilateral triangle? The formula for the area of an equilateral triangle when one side is known is root 3 by 4 A square. Over here that will be equal to root 3 by 4 into 2R root 3 whole square, which is equal to 3 root 3 R square. Is it 3 root 3? Yeah, this is 3 root 3 R square, but the value of R square is 3 by pi. So the area of the equilateral triangle is 9 root 3 divided by pi, which is option C. Let us look at the next question. Singhi is saying, sir, what time will the class go? The class I am planning to have it till 4 p.m. It will be every Saturday. We have a class on YouTube from 2 to 4 p.m. Earlier we actually did some streams. We did a stream on arithmetic. We did a stream on number systems. And we also did a stream on algebra. This is the fourth stream we are doing. This is on geometry. If you are looking for the earlier streams, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. Every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. we will be having this stream. In this question, we are told that on a circle, on a semicircle with diameter AD, so let us assume that this is diameter AD, and we have a semicircle like this. A chord BD is drawn which is parallel to the diameter. So let us assume that this is BC, sorry, which is, this is A, D, this is B and C. Further, AD and BC are separated by 2 centimeters, while AD has a length of 8 centimeters. Okay, what is the length of BC? Now, let us assume that this point O is the center of the semicircle. Let us join A to B. If AD has a length of 4 centimeters, the length of AO will be 4 centimeters and the length of OD will be 4 centimeters. Similarly, the length of OB will be 4 centimeters. We are told that the distance between BC and AD is 2 centimeters. So if you are drawing a perpendicular from O to BC, let us assume that this touches it at E. This is the midpoint and this will be perpendicular. Why is this perpendicular? Because in any circle, if you have a chord, it can be any chord. Now the line joining the center of the circle to the midpoint of the chord will be perpendicular to the chord. Similarly, if you are drawing a perpendicular from the center of the circle to any chord, the perpendicular will touch the chord at its midpoint. So here if E is the midpoint and if you are joining the center of the circle to E, this will be 90 degrees. We are given the distance of BC and AD, this is 2 centimeters. So you can definitely calculate the length of BE. BE is equal to square root of 4 square minus 2 square because this is a right angle triangle BEO. This is equal to square root of 12 which is equal to 2 root 3. So BE is 2 root 3. This would imply that EC is 2 root 3 or the value of BC is 2 root 3 plus 2 root 3 which is 4 root 3 which is option B. Let us look at the next question. Guys, we have 123 likes. Let us get to at least 200 likes before the stream ends. Sir, I'm not able to open the site. It's showing site cannot be reached. Can you just refresh the question once? Nehal Farkunde is saying my answer is B, how to come on the leaderboard. You can come on the leaderboard if you would go to cracku.in/live. And please do join us every Saturday at 2 p.m. sharp so that you can come on the leaderboard. Go to cracku.in/live and then you can actually answer it there, then you'll come on the leaderboard. So in this question, we are told that there is a circle with radius 2. This is placed against a right angle. Another smaller circle is also placed as shown in the adjoining figure. What is the radius of the smaller circle? So let us join the center of the circle to these two sides. This is 90 degrees and this is 90 degrees. This is 2, this is 2, this is 2 and this is 2. So what is the diagonal of this perfect square? The length of this diagonal will be 2 root 2. So if you're looking at this smaller circle, essentially what we are saying is, again we have, I'm just magnifying the axis and I'm only looking at this smaller circle. This smaller circle is like this. There is a line which is joining the origin which goes through the diameter of the smaller circle like this. We know the length of this diameter. What is the length of it is not just the diameter, this is the length of this line. The length of that line is 2 root 2 minus 2 units. Why is that the case? Because if you are looking at the bigger circle, if this is O, this is A, this is B and this is C and this point over here is say D, the length of OB is the diagonal of the square OABC. So that will be 2 root 2. The length of OD is the radius of the bigger circle which is 2. So the length of DB is equal to 2 root 2 minus 2. So from the standpoint of the smaller circle, if you are just magnifying it, this point over here is D, this point over here is basically the origin which we call to be O. Now we are required to calculate the radius of the smaller circle. This length dB is 2 root 2 minus 2. If you assume that the radius of the smaller circle is R, this will be R. At this point, this will be R. But basically now if you again draw a square like this, if this is say X and this is Y, and if this is a Z, ZXBY is again a perfect square. ZX is R, ZY is R, XB will be R, BY will be R. So the length of ZB will be equal to R root 2. The length of ZD is equal to R, this is equal to R. So from the standpoint of the smaller circle, the length of DB is equal to R, which is the length of ZD plus R root 2, which is the length of ZB. So R into root 2 plus 1, which is R plus R root 2, is equal to 2 root 2 minus 2. Or the value of R is 2 root 2 minus 2 divided by root 2 plus 1. You can multiply the numerator and denominator with root 2 minus 1. Just to remove or rationalize the denominator. So this will be 2 into root 2 minus 1 whole square. Because root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1 is basically equal to 2 minus 1, which is 1. So this is 2 into 2 plus 1 minus 2 root 2, which is equal to 2 times 3 minus 2 root 2, which is equal to 6 minus 4 root 2. So the answer for this question is option D. Let us look at the next question. Hi sir, I'm working in corporate, hardly get time to prepare due to working hours, but will be taking leave before CAT for around 10 days or so. But won't be getting further leaves for NMAT, SNAP, ZAT, can prepare for NMAT along with job when the exam appears. I think that is completely fine. I actually like what you're doing because you're ensuring that you're also not putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Definitely make the best use of the last 10 days. In those last 10 days, I would recommend you to not take mocks in the last say 3 or 4 days, but take a lot of mocks in the first 1 week. That is, if the exam is on November 24th and if you're taking leave from say November 10th, from November 10th to November 20th, in those 10 days, try to take around 5 to 6 mocks. And after taking a mock, try to analyze it for maybe around half an hour or so and solve as many questions as you can in those 2 weeks. That I think will ensure that you will doing well. In this question, we are told that there is a semicircle which is drawn with AB as its diameter. So let us assume that this is AB and this is the semicircle. This is A and this is B. From point C on AB, let us assume that this is C. A perpendicular is drawn to AB which meets the circumference at D. So let us assume that a perpendicular is drawn and this is D. This is 90 degrees. Given that AC is 2 centimeters, this is 2, CD is 6 centimeters, this is 6. What is the area of the semicircle? Let us assume that the center of the semicircle is this point O and let the radius of the semicircle be R. So the length of OD is basically equal to the radius of the semicircle, which will be R. Similarly, the length of OC will be R minus 2. Because AC is 2 centimeters, therefore the length of OC will be 2 centimeters less than the radius, which is R minus 2. Now, if you are looking at the triangle OCD, this is a right angle triangle and the hypotenuse is R, the non-hypotenuse sides are 6 and R minus 2. So, 6 square plus R minus 2 whole square is equal to R square, or 36 plus R square minus 4R plus 4 is equal to R square. You can cancel both of them. So the value of 4R is equal to 40 or the value of R is equal to 10. So the answer for this question is that the radius is 10. Therefore the area of the semicircle is pi into R square divided by 2. Because remember that this is not a full circle. This is just a semicircle. So this will be equal to pi into R square is 100 divided by 2, which is equal to 50 pi, which is option B. Let us look at the next question. Okay, let us answer this question. In this question, we are told that there are 4 horses which are tied to the 4 corners of a square plot of side 14 centimeters so that the adjacent horses can just touch each other. So let us assume that this is the square. We are basically told that there are horses which are tied, so it will be like this. This is one semicircle, this is another semicircle, this is another semicircle, and this is another semicircle. The horses are just about to touch each other, and then there is a pond in the middle which is of 20 meters square. If you are assuming that the square is ABCD, the side of the square is given to be 14 meters. So what is the area of the square? The area of the square is 14 square, which is equal to 196 meters square. Now each of the semicircle, the radius will be 7. This is 7, this is 7. Similarly, this is 7, this is 7. Similarly, this is 7 and this is 7. And this is 7 and this is 7. So what is the area of each semicircle? The area of each semicircle is, this is actually not even a semicircle, this is quarter of a circle. There are 4 quarters of circles. The area of each quarter circle is pi into 7 square divided by 4. The area of this one is pi into 7 square divided by 4 because this is not a full circle. This is just 1/4 of a circle. Similarly, this is pi into 7 square divided by 4. The area of this one also is pi into 7 square divided by 4. This one also is pi into 7 square divided by 4. So the area of the 4 quarter circles will be basically this into 4. You cancel both of them. So this is 49 pi. So, and then you have 20 meters square, which is the pond. So this is the area that should be eliminated from the area of the square. If you are simplifying 49 pi, this is 49 into the value of pi can be approximated to 22 by 7. This is 7, this is equal to 154. So 49 pi is 154 plus 20 is 174. You subtract that from 196, you are going to get 22 meters square, which is the area of the ungrazed region, which is this area. This area is 22 meters square. Let us look at the next question. Abhishek is saying, sir, in these last crucial days, either one should focus on topic wise or should be doing quant wise modules, algebra, arithmetic. Whatever you do, what I would recommend you to do is focus on solving questions. Whether you are solving questions directly from arithmetic or whether you are solving questions from previous year's papers or whether you are solving questions from smaller topics in arithmetic, like say ratio and proportion or time and work. That I don't mind. It is completely up to you. But what I would insist is try to solve questions on your own. Even if you are looking at the concept videos or the revision videos or the 100 question videos, we have uploaded a lot of these videos on YouTube. If you are looking at those videos also, whenever a question comes in the video, pause it, try to answer it on your own. Solving is the most important thing you can do in the last 30 days. Okay. In this question, we are given points A, B, C, D. They lie on a circle. AD is 24, so this is 24. BC is 12, so BC is 12, although it doesn't look like it from the diagram. What is the ratio of area of CBE to that of ADA? So we are looking for the area of the two triangles CBE and ADA. That is what we are looking to compare. Is there anything that we can do to compare, or are they just completely unrelated triangles? One thing you can see is that these are opposite angles. So angle BEC is equal to angle DEA. So amongst the two triangles, triangle BCE and triangle ADE, BEC is equal to DEA. Similarly, because they are part of a circle, this angle B will be equal to this angle D. That is, angle CBA is equal to angle CDA. Because both of them are the angle that is subtended by the same chord AC at a point on the circumference. So if you have a circle and if there is a chord to the circle, let us assume that this is the chord. Let us assume that this is the chord. Now the angle subtended by this chord at any point on the circumference will be the same. That is, if you assume that this is equal to x, this also will be equal to x. The angle subtended by the same chord at any point on the circumference will be the same. So angle CBA is equal to angle CDA. So amongst these two circles, we have two angles which are the same. This would imply that the third angle will also be the same, and therefore triangle BCE is similar to triangle ADE. Now if you have two triangles which are similar to each other, the ratio of their areas will be the square of the ratio of their sides. Therefore the ratio of the sides we know is 12 divided by 24, which is 1 by 2. Therefore the ratio of their areas will be 1 by 2 square, which is 1 square by 2 square, which is 1 by 4. So the correct answer is option A. Let us look at the next question. We are also having 3 mocks which are completely for free, and they are in the latest pattern. All of those mocks have detailed video solutions. So if you are looking to take 3 free CAT mocks, you can look at the link. You can just Google search Cracku CAT mock and you can go to the page. We are giving 3 mocks which are completely for free and in the latest pattern. In this question, we are told that ABCD is a parallelogram where ABC is 60 degrees. So we have ABCD like this. AB, yeah, it will be something like this. This is A, this is B, and this is C. This is 60 degrees that is given to us. This would imply that angle A will be 120 degrees because the sum of adjacent angles in a parallelogram is 180 degrees. The length of the longer diagonal is 7 centimeters. So this is 7 centimeters. And the area of the parallelogram is given. It is 15 root 3 by 2 square centimeters. What is the perimeter of the parallelogram? Let us assume that the length of AB is A. The length of, say, AD is B. So what is the area of triangle ABD? We know that the area of the triangle is half into BC sin A. That is, if you are given a triangle like this and you are given two sides, two adjacent sides. If this is B and this is C, and if this angle is A, the area of this triangle is half into BC sin A. That is the product of two adjacent sides into the sine of the angle between those two sides divided by 2. So here it will be half into A into B into sine 120 degrees. This is equal to the area of triangle ABD. This is 1 by 2 into AB into root 3 by 2. So this is root 3 by 4 AB. That is the area of triangle ABD. So the area of triangle BCD will also be exactly the same. So the area of the parallelogram will be root 3 by 2 into AB. That is the area of triangle ABD plus the area of triangle BCD, which are both equal to root 3 by 4 AB. This we are told is 15 root 3 by 2. Or essentially the product of A into B is equal to 15. This is one thing, okay. But is there any other equation that we can get to find out the values of A and B? We can use the cosine rule because we know that these are three sides. One of them is equal to 7 centimeters, one of them is A centimeters, one of them is B centimeters, and again the angle between them is 120 degrees. Using the cosine rule, in this particular case, suppose you are given two sides of a triangle BC, and if this is A, and the angle between them is capital A, the value of B square plus C square minus A square divided by 2BC is equal to cos of A. That is, this B square plus this C square minus A square divided by 2 times B into C will be equal to cos of the angle between them. We'll use this formula, which is called the cosine rule, to calculate the value of another equation A and B. So here we are going to get A square plus B square minus 7 square divided by 2 times AB is equal to cos of 120 degrees. Cos of 120 degrees is minus 1 by 2. We know that the length product of AB is 15, so this is 2 into 15. Or the value of A square plus B square minus 49 is equal to minus 15. Or the value of A square plus B square is equal to 34. So we know A square plus B square, that is 34. We know the product AB, that is 15. You can easily calculate that the value of A will be 5 and the value of B is equal to 3. Or it can even be the other way around. A can be 3 and B can be 5, but essentially both of them have to be 5 and 3. If you are wondering why that is the case, you can prove it in many ways. You can even use trial and error. Or the easiest way to actually do it is you add plus 2AB to this and minus 2AB to this. If you are adding plus 2AB, you are going to get A square plus B square plus 2AB. This is equal to 64, which is 34 plus 2 times 15, or A plus B is 8. Similarly, if you are subtracting 2AB from it, you are going to get A square plus B square minus 2AB is equal to 4. That is 34 minus 30, or the value of A minus B is 2. You can solve both of these equations to get A and B to be 5 and 3. So this is 5, this is 3, this is 5, this is 3. So the overall perimeter will be 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, which is equal to 16, which is option C. Let us look at the next question. We have 18 questions today. Sagar Tolani is asking. Tejas is saying we can use the sign rule, sin A by A is equal to sin B by B is equal to sin B C by C. Probably you can use it. I think that also is okay. Harini Black is saying, sir, I'm going to college and managing to prepare for CAT, but I don't know how to improve more in quants. And if I continue to practice from now on, how much percentile can I aim? See, these are questions that I don't want to answer because it depends on where you are right now. Somebody who is already scoring, say, 90 percentile can aim for getting, say, 96, 97 percentile. Somebody who's already at, say, 95, 96 can aim for 99 percentile. So it depends a lot on where you are right now. What I would tell you is, which is an advice which will work for most of the students is, in the last 1 month, I want you to solve as many questions as you can. That I think is the best way to use your time. Guys, please do like the stream. I want to get to at least 200 likes before the stream ends. We have close to 100 people who are watching the stream live. Please do like the stream so that we can get to 100 likes. We can get to 200 likes. Okay, in this question we are told that there are two diagonals of a parallelogram. They intersect each other at coordinates 17.5 and 23.5. Two adjacent points of the parallelogram are 5.5, 7.5 and 13.5, 16. Find the lengths of the diagonals. So if you assume that this is how the parallelogram is. The center of the parallelogram, basically which is the point of intersection of the diagonals, is 17.5, 23.5. The two adjacent sides are 5.5, 7.5. Another one is 13.5, 16. One thing we know about a parallelogram is that in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. That is, if you have these diagonals, this point O will be the midpoint of both the diagonals. If this is A, B, C, D, AO is equal to OC, DO is equal to OB. So if this is A, B, C, D, and if this is O, O is the midpoint of BD. So we can calculate the coordinates of B. The coordinates of B basically will be 2 into 17.5 minus 5.5, comma 2 into 23.5 minus 7.5. We are basically calculating the coordinates of B. This is 35 minus 5.5, which is 29.5. And this will be 23.5 into 2, which is 47 minus 7.5. 47 minus 7.5 will be 39.5. Basically, if you're adding this one and this one, you should get 2 times this one. Because we know that in coordinate geometry, if you're given 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2, the midpoint of both of them is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So here you know the midpoint, so you can calculate the other point. Similarly, we can calculate the coordinates of A. We'll again multiply 17.5 by 2, which will be 35. And from that you subtract 13.5. So this is 2 into 17.5 minus 13.5, which will be 35 minus 13.5. I think this will be 21.5, comma 2 into 23.5 minus 16. That is 47 minus 16, which is 31. So the length of the diagonal BD will be, this is 29.5 minus 5.5, so that is square root of 24 square plus 39.5 minus 7.5, which is 32 square. This is equal to 40. This is the length of the diagonal BD. What is the length of the diagonal AC? The length of the diagonal AC is square root of 21.5 minus 13.5, which is 8 square, plus 31 minus 16, which is 15 square. This will be 17. So the lengths of the diagonals are 17 and 40, which is option D. Let us look at the next question. You're right, man. Many guys actually gave the answer. The correct answer is option D. In this question, we are told that in a rectangle, the difference between the sum of the adjacent sides and the diagonal is half the length of the longer side. So if you assume that the rectangle is A, B, C, D, and if you assume that the lengths of the sides are A, B, this is A and this is B, the length of the diagonal will be square root of A square plus B square. The sum of the adjacent sides is A plus B, and the diagonal is square root of A square plus B square. This we are told is equal to A by 2. Or you can simplify this as A by 2 plus B is equal to square root of A square plus B square. You can square both sides. You are going to get A square by 4 plus B square plus AB is equal to A square plus B square. Or the value of 3A square by 4 is equal to AB. You can cancel an A. So the ratio of A by B is equal to 4 by 3. Or the ratio of the shorter side to the longer side will be 3 by 4, which is option D. Let us look at the next question. Pankaj Rajput is saying, sir, your marathon video on previous year's geometry questions also very helpful. Yeah, man, I think we are happy that our videos are helping you. So in this question, we are told that ABCD is a rhombus. The diagonals AC and BD intersect at the origin on the XY plane. The equation of the straight line AD is x plus y is equal to 1. What is the equation of BC? So if you have a rhombus like this, this is A, B, C and D. The equation of AD is given. This is x plus y is equal to 1. And we are told that the diagonals intersect at the origin. This is the origin. So one thing we know about the line BC is that BC is parallel to AD. In a rhombus, the opposite sides are parallel to each other. So the value of BC will be of the form x plus y is equal to some constant c, because the slope of both the lines has to be the same. We just don't know the value of c. Now the value of c, again we can calculate, is both AD and BC will be equidistant from this point O, which is the point of intersection of the diagonals. This would tell us that if x plus y is equal to 1, the value of c has to be equal to minus 1. So the value of BC will be x plus y is equal to minus 1 because of two things. BC has to be parallel to AD, so it should be of the form x plus y is equal to c, and both of these lines should be equidistant from 0, 0. What is the distance of 0, 0 to the line AD? We can calculate it as square root of, you substitute x and y to be 0, this will be 1 by root 2. This is 1 by root 2. Therefore, the distance of origin to the line BC also has to be 1 by root 2. That is going to happen only if the value of c is equal to minus 1. So the answer for this question is x plus y is equal to minus 1. Let us look at the last question for today. Sir, how to build more stamina to solve questions like after the 17 questions I'm feeling very tired and not able to solve? I think that is fine, man. Because this has been a long stream, no? This has been a 2-hour stream. So I think it is okay. If you're feeling very tired, that should not be a big issue. Anyways, people, please do like the stream. This is the last question for today. I want to get to as many likes as possible. If you have any doubts with respect to any of these questions, please do comment below this video and we'll be happy to answer them. I think 2 people, Radhika and Prathmesh, got 18 on 18 correct. So both of them are eligible for a Cracku t-shirt. Please do send a mail to support@cracku.in with your details and we'll get in touch with you and we'll courier you our free Cracku t-shirt. It will be something similar to this, Cracku loading or something like that. Yeah. So please do send a mail to support@cracku.in. So in this question, we are basically told that there is a triangle on the xy plane. We are given the vertices 41, 0, 0, 41 and 0, 0. So if you are having the y-axis and the x-axis like this, 0, 0 is one vertex, 41, 0 is one vertex, and 0, 41 is another vertex. If you are joining these two, you will get a line like this. We are asked to calculate the number of points with integer coordinates which lie within this triangle. What is the equation of this line if you are assuming that this is AOB? The equation of the line AB is x plus y is equal to 41. That is the sum of the x coordinate and the y coordinate is equal to 41. So if you are looking at the integer coordinates where the y coordinate is equal to 1, which lie inside the triangle, you will have 1 over here, this is 1 comma 1, you will have 2 over here, you will have 3 over here, dot 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 dot, the x coordinates, and finally this point which lies on the triangle, this will be 40 comma 1. Similarly, the point above it over here will be 39 comma 2 because we want the sum of the x coordinate and the y coordinate to be equal to 41. The number above it will be 38 comma 3. This will continue like this. Finally, you will get a number over here which is 1 comma 40 and finally you will get 0 comma 41. Now the number of points with the y coordinate equal to 1 which lie inside the triangle, the x coordinate like I mentioned earlier will be either 1 or 2 or 3 or dot 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 till 39. That is over here, this point 39 comma 1 will be inside the triangle, 40 comma 1 will lie on the triangle, so that is not counted. When y is equal to 2, the value of x will be either 1 or 2 or 3 or dot 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 till 38. That will be over here, this is 2 comma 1, this is 1 comma 2, this is 2 comma 2, this is 3 comma 2, this is 4 comma 2, dot 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 dot, you will get 38 comma 2. 39 comma 2 will again lie on the triangle, so that is not counted. What will happen when y is 3? When y is 3, x will be either 1 or 2 or dot 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 till 37. That is, you will have 1 comma 3, you will have 2 comma 3, you will have 3 comma 3 dot 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 dot. Over here you will get 37 comma 3, 38 comma 3 will lie on the triangle. So when y is equal to 1, we will have 39 points. When y is equal to 2, we will have 38 points. When y is equal to 3, we will have 37 points and so on. So the total number of points with integral coordinates which lie within the triangle will be 39 plus 38 plus 37 plus dot 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 till 1. We know the formula for the sum of the first n natural numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 till n is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. In this particular case, it will be 39 into 40 divided by 2, which is equal to 780. So the answer for this question is option A. So guys, if you found this stream to be useful, please do like the stream and please do join us every Saturday between 2 to 4 p.m. we will conduct this kind of a stream. The past streams you can check out on our YouTube channel and you can join us for the future streams.